Hi, this is Kimberly with My Craft Spot, and I have been having so much fun playing with the new Flower Shop Cricut project cartridge, and so I thought I would do a series of different flowers that I make so you can see how I've made them. So the first one we're going to do, I'm not sure what to call it, but I guess just a vintage flower. And it's in cream and inked and everything. This one's really simple, so we're going to do this one first. And what you need, let's see, is, they're stuck. Okay, so what you need is 2 of this cut, and let's see, it is this one right here. Okay, and then 1 of the cuts that it's this one right here. It doesn't have any petals on it, it's just straighted. If you look really close, you can see it has kind of a rough edge. Alright, this is cut at, this one's cut at 2.5 inches, and this one is also cut at 2.5 inches. So both at 2.5 inches. Alright, now the first thing you're going to want to go with this cartridge is a petal roller and a mouse pad. This one is my Cricut mouse pad that came with the Design Studio. Any mouse pad will do, but there's that one. And I have also this embossing tool with the small end and then medium end. And then this is a petal roller. It comes from Imaginesque, and it has a bigger tip on one end, and then it has a quilling tool on the other. And the neat thing about this one is it's slotted all the way to the top. The old quilling tools, there's a closed one and there's an open one, but this one's open. So put that off to the side and get started on our flower. Now the first thing you're going to want to do with this one is just roll it around the petals. Makes them curl up a little bit and gives them some dimension and makes them look a little bit more like a flower. Now if you're having problems with your quilling tool grabbing your paper instead of just rolling on it, and you can get a little bit of wax paper and rub this on the wax paper. It loops it up just a little bit and makes it so that it's easier. It doesn't cling to the paper at all. I don't usually have that problem, but just, in case. Okay, so here are our 2, and you can see that they're rolling the petals makes them stand up a little bit. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is ink the edges. Grab a piece of paper, and this is the walnut stain. You can use any color you want. The tea dye would look pretty with this also. So there's my first one. I'm just going over them really lightly. I don't want it to be very dark. This is a light color, but I did want to kind of emphasize all the edges of this flower. Okay, now to ink this one, I'm just going to hang on to that little edge right there and go around and try and get some of that rough edge of this cut to be emphasized by the ink. Okay. Alright. So there's that. Put that away. Now, the next thing you're going to do is get your quilling tool and slip the end of the paper right in that tool. You're just going to start rolling. Okay, so you just keep rolling until you get to the end. It's okay if it comes off or isn't perfect, because we're going to let this one go loose a little bit. Okay, now the neat thing about this cartridge, it has this little flat part at the end. that you can put, let's see, I'm going to use quick dry glue. You could use a hot glue gun, that would be really fast. I get burned too often with hot glue guns, so I'd rather just use this and hold it for a few minutes. Okay, now I am going to let it loosen up a little bit though. Okay, and this does dry pretty quick, so let it loosen as much as you're going to first. Especially the outer edges. So the glue holds the center so it doesn't come unwound any further. Alright, so there's our center. Okay, I'll just stagger those two. Okay. A little bit more glue on. I'm just putting enough glue for this bottom circle to stick to, really. Okay. So there's our two flowers. This flower was done with the paper tray ink paper, the vintage cream. And this was done with a cream paper that is from Michael's. I think it's Recollections. It's just kind of their cheap brand. Anyway, the paper tray ink paper is beautiful. It doesn't cut as well with the Cricut on the intricate shapes, but this one was just fine because there weren't any tiny petals. So, I don't know if you can see the difference between the two colors. Oops, got glue on my hand. So there's my vintage flower. Thanks for watching.